Hello, great people. This is Learning Mind, a code of three that cannot be easily broken. The centers of the parents, on the students, and on the school. The essence of this is to bridge the missing gap that have been disconnected so far in order to help the parents, the teachers, the school to function well and properly. To continue from what we stopped in the last video, we're looking at precocious puberty and dysmenorrhea. Today we're going to look at how to deal with precocious puberty. Precocious puberty has to do with early child of physical and psychological development. And because you could really agree with me when we talk about precocious puberty, we're talking about a little adult. Normally, it is expected for some psychological development and physical development should start taking place at a transitional age. But precocious puberty, they are a group of people where they started manifesting all of those things at a lesser age, maybe an age below 8 years. Okay, looking at the sexual precocity, I have to deal with the physical and psychological precocity puberty. Now, precocity puberty has to do with a premature developmental characteristics which our child exhibits. Child below the age of 8 years or before 10 years begin to, we begin to see such characteristics in that child's life. So that is precocity puberty. Parents need to pay close attention to their children and seek medical attention if they are, if you are able to see these symptoms I'm about to share with you in them. Let's look at the easy sign of the premature sexual development of the girl child. Okay, number one, look at the accelerated height of the girl child. Looking at the swollenness, look at the alveolar breast, and subconscious fat, increased vaginal discharge. All of these sorts needs to be paid attention to by parents or by a child who has precocious puberty. If your child has precocious puberty and is not attended quickly to, such a child will have psychological breakdown, we have inferiority complex, we have distractions. It's going to affect the reading and learning of that child. For example, for a girl child menstruating, so menstruation for that girl child, the child begin to have a psychological breakdown, like feeling uneasy because the body is not that the body is not prepared to, psychologically she was not prepared to it, and because of that age bracket, she now begin to feel sicky, and it affects them because age-wise they are not really prepared to it. They've not really gotten the transitional age yet, but they are still a child. How to avoid and prevent precocious puberty? Number one is the balanced diet and reduce your intake of animal food, because too much of animal food can easily cause an hiccup in the developmental process of a particular child. Secondly, it's your vegetables and fruit. Always take notes that whenever you go to the market to get all of those things, be careful of the ones that have a different shape of the original shape one, and the one that begin to have different colors from the normal colors. So be careful of that when you get to the market to buy. Another thing is supplements. We see some parents giving their children supplements. Please, except if necessary, they should get their prescription guidance from a right nutritionist who could help them out. Don't just give your child supplements. It could, create an hiccups in the developmental process of that child. Some parents dress their children to adults, and these children use adult cosmetics. This causes increased secretion of sexual hormones in that child that could lead to precocious puberty. We're going to look at another thing, which is called dysmenorrhea. Dysmenorrhea has to do with the pain that accompanies menstruation, severe pain that is accompanied with menstruation. Many transitional teenagers experience that a lot because it's transition, and many a time they are not prepared to. They begin to, have, not really all of them, many of them begin to have this aggravated pain even before the day, when they get to know that the day is fast approaching. They begin to have this mindset. The pain just begins to build gradually. Why? Because they are ignorant and they lack emotional ability to control themselves. And that is why every parent should serve as a guidance, especially to the transitional girl that is about to start menstruation. You prepare them, prepare their mindset, prepare their psyche to what is ahead of them. Now the pain, the discomfort that accompanies, or rather that is caused by this immature reproductive system, it tends to affect their psychological being. Menstruation could be painful. So when menstruation is about to come, the pain is tend to be seen aggravated by the pain. The pain is tend to be seen aggravated by the pain. So there's this tension that come upon them. Look at dysmenorrhea caused by psychological factors. We have the ones caused by organic lesion. When you find yourself in that one, you just go and see the medical doctor. But let's look at the one caused by psychological factors. Now let's look at menstruation hygiene. You must understand menstruation hygiene, their characteristics and so on, and dispel any ideology you have concerning this that could upset you, that could aggravate it. You need to dispel it. You need to maintain an happy spirit. You have to be intentional about this. Because when you're intentional, okay, this thing is coming. As it's coming, the pain it causes you. So you have to say, okay, this is an unpleasant situation. When you know that, when you see that it's seen as an unpleasant situation, what you use to curb an unpleasant situation is a pleasant situation itself. When it comes, it's going to aggravate pain to you. What do you think you could do? You just keep up. You just keep to have an happy spirit at that particular time. Then do things that could make you happy. For example, you could watch an happy film, listen to an happy music. Just center your mind for that period to just find yourself in an happy situation. At times, even when you are trying to find yourself, you begin to see this unpleasant pain coming up. No, just do something. Look, everything is still from the mind. Everything is still from the mind. Just do something pleasant to just drop that spirit of unpleasantness. And before you know, the day will pass and you will find. Attention and eating good food. Eating good food will not just help you reduce dysmenorrhea, but it's also good for the body. And lastly, if you know you can't go by, you can take a drug that can help you ease your pain. Alright, for more videos, subscribe to my channel. Don't stop listening, don't stop watching. Together we could do this to save a life, to save a parent, to save a child, to save a student, and to save the world. We are gonna do it together. See you in my next video.